7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go ahead and lock this door. Okay. Alright. Black Prior can flip a Kyoshin tier 4. Man, even when I'm not playing For Honor, the game still tries to depress me. Kyoshin tier 4. Come on. Share. Copy link. Discord. Everyone. Bloodborne. Night. Easy. Hey Tuna. Isaac. Welcome to the stream. Tonight we're going to be doing some Cornborn for a little while. Intimate hunting time, York rises. From the land of place name, the famous Huntborn. Yeah, we're going to be doing some Bloodborne. We're going to be working on the arcane build. Unless I get sick of it. So we went all the way through Old Yarnum, rank 3 troll. Last thing was Forbidden Woods. Yeah. Okay, upgrade my stuff. Workshop, fortify weapon, no. Okay. Looks like I'm ready to rock and roll. I think we're gonna keep the same password as last time though, because last time we had the password feet. I'm just gonna keep rolling with that, I guess. I'm stupid. Yeah, we're gonna be doing Bloodborne Thursday. This stream might be a little bit shorter than most of the ones I do because I need to go get some Grossmesser PvP for tomorrow's video. So, don't expect this stream to be like the usual 6 or 7 long hour incursion that normally is. It'll probably be, like, it'll still probably be around 2 hours. I'd say a solid 2 hours. We'll make a little progress, have a few laughs, probably get stream sniped by Malcolm Reynolds somehow. Just be a hoot and hollering good time. I'm gonna pop my beckoning bell. Yeah, anyone that would like to join on me, there's the password. This is of course PS. Doesn't matter which PS though, it could be a PS5 or PS4. You'd be surprised how many people I have to answer that question for. Like, is this game cross-platform between both PlayStations? You would think after like streaming this every week for God knows how long, everyone that was going to ask that question would have already asked it, but you'd be mistaken. Feet for the win, what's going on, Skin? Working on the arcane build in Bloodborne. Get this. Try and get this for one of my summons dies on it. No, that is intimidating. Yeah. And I hope all of you enjoyed today's video. We actually, like, I've only got one critical comment on today's video. Now, albeit it was a really nasty one. Like, the guy really went for it. But we've only gotten one so far. There was like one guy that left a comment that was just an absolute tirade, and the only reason I didn't leave it up and pin it was because it featured a few slurs. Like YouTube, I'm surprised YouTube just didn't outright, like, grab it. Because typically YouTube has me blacklisted, so it's typically pretty good at keeping me hidden. But apparently this guy just chose my video specifically to be toxic on. And so, I think the dogs are running into the campfires. They most certainly were. This dog is a little smarter than the average bear. Yeah, it seems like everyone's enjoyed the new video pretty well. It's just some good old classic skid content. Now there's like a really weird curse in Soulsborne games. I always seem to die. Oh, it's Tuna. Hey, baby cakes. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, I'm getting fucking ping-ponged back and forth. I always have a really bad habit of dying as my summons come into the world. But all hail Tuna. I don't have my usual emotes, so I just gotta do this. Yeah, we gotta work on getting that gesture. I don't know if anyone else has that happen, like you're waiting on someone to get summoned in. And as you're waiting to be, as you're like waiting for the summon, I don't know if it's just like I get overconfident or what the deal is. Damn it, swing at me so I can get your hitbox. I don't know what Tuna just did. We're getting stream sniped. Well, this looks like as go places any to fight them. Carmilla. That name sounds familiar. Now we're at the right level for them to come in and one-shot either of us with a good Evelyn build. We'll see. This is the perfect level for someone with a really good blood tinge build if they've got the right gems. You can 100% have a build put together to one shot. Get the wombo combo. Hey Bella, welcome to the stream. Fucking Tuna. What's your in-game for this build you've been wanting to do for the past while? Just one shot everything? I don't know, I'm just really running an arcane build because everyone told me I should. Oh, and if anyone wants to join on this, PlayStation password feet, easy peasy, living greasy. I wish I could help tonight, not really able to though. Watch your head skid. Yeah, my fucking wide brim hat might give away my position. I guess we're just gonna sit here and wait. A tactical retreat up the hill, maybe not a bad idea. This has to be like a funny one-shot build. Just has to be. Who knows? You play on PS? I do for Bloodborne. Bloodborne's really the only game that I actually play, Bloodborne's really the only game I play on PS nowadays, though. I keep meaning to make an Elden Ring Fight Club type thing happen over here on PS, but it didn't happen this week. It was a little too slow. I bet he was AFK? He's not AFK because I saw him moving. I don't know if any of you saw it because of the stream quality, but he's across the way in that meadow. Might just have to run up there and fight him mono a mono. He is up here. Somewhere. Where the fuck did he go? I don't know. I know my man's pots and pans was hanging around over here someplace. No, we have another summon. That's a little more pressure for him to come over here and actually fight now before the reinforcements arrive. The naked man. Now that should intimidate him beyond belief. That should strike fear in his heart. Someone with the name Naked Man in all caps, that's intimidating. That is a statement. As far as what the guys said, it was just your typical, like, cringe critical sounded like rant that a lot of people like to make. It doesn't really faze me anymore. Years ago it would have, but will he make his push with the dogs? Classic From Software design. The fucking dogs teleport jumping into me, but then ignoring my swings whenever I'm striking them repeatedly. Now if I were an invader, I would sit around these rocks and I would wait for someone to try and go up the ladder. Because that'd be a really good opportunity to shoot them with a pistol of some kind. There's the big boy. This guy's playing the long game here. Oh, there he is. I wonder what the build is. Nope. Oh, nice. So it's a one-shot fucking Shikage. A low-level one at that. Very nice. Let's just sprint back through the level then. Yes, I knew it was gonna be some kind of crazy one-shot build. I know what to do though if he doesn't catch up with me by the time I get there. I've got a stratagem for fighting things like this. It's very bold. I'd like to see him make fucking eye contact. Yeah, so that's a really fucking low-level Shikage build. If you run through the chalice dungeons and such, you can actually get those pretty, well, not pretty easy, it takes a minute. I was gonna show you guys my fucking masterpiece. I was kind of hoping that he'd run over here with me. Going for a swim in the lazy river. Glad people still play Bloodborne. Sorry I'm late in my room. Watching the game now. Tuna, what? I expected to die, but Tuna? You let Tuna die? Tuna blindly charged the one-shot build. If you see someone invading in Bloodborne at low level, it's gonna be a one-shot build. Especially if you can't see what their weapon is. If they've got something like the, saw cleaver, or the saw spear, or the whip, probably not. But if they have something late game like a Rider Palash, a Shikage, something like that, it's gonna be a one-shot build. They're very, very strong. But fortunately, summoning's as easy as 1, 2, 3. I wonder what would even get my souls. They give it to one of the crows, or? Who knows? Yeah. Oh, they gave him this. This guy wasn't even here. This dude was long dead by the time I did that. Very cool. Oop. I bring the power of the funny cause parasite. That one's on me. Skid's fine. Bloodborne Pog. Is there even one-shot builds in Bloodborne? Abso-fucking-lutely there are. Bloodborne was one of the worst games for twinking, like, even I got in on it, like, during the Return to Yarma events, you can make one-shot builds, like, I don't have the pistol on right now, but the pistol called the Evelyn. You can make a low-level blood-tinged build, walk up to someone, go, and kill them. One-shot. All you have to do is keep your blood echo level really low, and grind out the chalice dungeons. And you can get yourself a crazy whacked out build with the gems that you can find there. Like right there, both Tuna and Naked Man got one shot by that Shikage. All he had to do was, well, all he had to do was hold down R2. One shot builds have always been a thing. The game that tried its very best to get rid of them was Dark Souls 2. The keyword is they tried, because Soul Memory, you could still get around it. You could 100% still get around the soul memory limit. I get to that. Yeah, that's what that was. Anytime you see, like, if they have something like this, if they have like a saw spear or something, it's not going to be a one-shot build. But anything like blood gem related or arcane related, it's going to be. They're here to do the funny L2. Which at that rate you should just play Elden Ring, because like every build's a one-shot build. It's charged in panic. I saw. That was frightening. I mean, I was putting some work in on him, but the sauce, like this is a arcane build in the making. So my damage on this isn't exactly fucking crunked. I got him down to one shot, but the fucking dodge spam in this game is pretty bad. Plus I gassed myself because I can only swing so many times. Maybe if I had done like R1, R1, L1 I could have caught him. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. Password's feet. Yep. It looks like I won't be reading Calson's comments tonight. Despise antagonistic people. Oop. We can go ahead and start running some of this stuff, though we don't have to have like a whole army. Forbidden Woods isn't exactly the most punishing spot. For early level invasions, though, it's really solid. It's just the right level that you can ever so slightly get your blood echoes up to really get a crunked out blood gem build. We'll see if they pop in again. If they pop in again, they fight us, you'll see it a bit better. If you rewind the stream, you can watch in one shot 2 of my summons with one easy step. There's no skill or ability involved, it's just as easy as walking up and doing a fucking heavy weapon attack, but you gotta put time in to make one of those builds, so at least there's some dedication to the craft. Oh god. We've actually talked about not getting rid of the bell ringing women on these streams anymore, just so people can try to invade. From Software's great enemy tracking. Oh, Christ, I must hit the mob! I will not let him get a skilled parry off. I know these are early game enemies that can be parried easily, but I will not allow him to get it off and get his health back. He will waste one blood vial. One-shot builds aren't common in Bloodborne, take a lot of dedication to actually grind up the gems to make them. It takes about a day of grinding. Just sit down one afternoon. Because I made one for the Return to Yarnum event, I made the one-shot Evelyn build. They're very, very common nowadays at low blood echo level. At low level, it's pretty much all you run into because that's really the only people who invade. If you don't really get invaded at high level, and if you do, they're typically really bad. They're usually people that don't actually do Souls invasions, they're just trying out the mechanic because they'll try to invade you with like a fucking hunter's axe or something and they just get torn apart by a gang squad. What I like to do is I invade here with my Evelyn, I wait for people to run up this ladder and I shoot them. Right about when they get halfway up the ladder, I'll walk about here and just go and one-shot them. It doesn't take as long to make a really good Evelyn Blood Tinge build for this. It took me about 2 hours of going through the Chalice dungeons. Ooh. Amazing Arcane or Boastful Blood Tinge? I'm gonna be going with Arcane. It's a good spot with traps and enemy placement for invasions. That's why I despise FromSoft, PvP, dodge roll, spam, and then one-shot. Well, FromSoftware's PvP has always been like an afterthought, it's always been secondary. The only game they really put any thought into PvP, like any thought to PvP while they were developing the game itself was Dark Souls 2. I guess we're scared of the corpsemen now. People can talk all the shit they want about Dark Souls 2, and it will rightfully deserve it. But I gotta give them one thing. The developers absolutely were thinking about PvP when they're making the game. You can tell from the covenants, the way the areas are designed for invaders to have really nice plays and routes to run through. Just like a dragon area with all the zip lines. Dark Souls 1, I feel like the PvP was actually just tacked on at the very last second. I feel it was just like, someone was like, wouldn't it be crazy if like, with this NPC invading thing, like players could do it? Miyazaki was like, I mean, yeah, if you got time for it, go for it. And then it just so happened that people liked it for some reason, and they kept it around for, they're like, okay, so we'll go really hard in the paint on that for Dark Souls 2. And then people hated the game, and Miyazaki was just like, oh, well, you know, alright, like, we're gonna keep it, but don't expect me to do anything special. And then he kept it in Bloodborne, and it was kind of there. And then he put it into Dark Souls 3, and there were covenants, but it was just still just kind of there. Didn't have as much attention to detail as Souls 2 did. More than 1 or Bloodborne. But not as much as 2. See if I can get the glitch. No, only 1. Sometimes you can spam X on that and it'll fire it out like a machine gun. Every once in a while. But not very often. I don't think there's any reason to go up here. Also, thanks for commenting on my NPC collection last week, Skins. I have no idea what you're talking about, Isaac. Oh, you're, all the NPCs that you have alive in Cathedral Ward. Was that you? Do I have my little... yeah, I do. No, the drip is complete. I don't think you can pull this yet. Nope. Yeah, but it's the sweatiest people that do it and just annihilate everyone. Yeah, I mean, that's just part of being good at video games, though. anytime you play a video game and you enjoy it and you put time into it, you gotta have to expect other people who also enjoy to put time in and get better at it. Like, I understand there are people that sweat and they go a little too hard in the paint with it. But at the same time, like, if someone enjoys something and they're good at it, you can't really be too pissed. If they put time in, they make a good build, they know it works. You can definitely go overboard with that, absolutely. Making, like, a build that can't be fun. You know, like a really stringent autopilot build that just gets wins and you really don't have to do anything. But if it's just, you know, someone that enjoys the game, you can't really knock him. And Tuna, you're looking especially fine this stream. I don't think I've said anything about that. Oh, and the beverage this time around is a protein shake and Wawa, some H2O, some nature's juice. I don't get that gesture yet. Actually, hold on. How many of these vermin do I have? Oh, I've got plenty of these. Just call me Willy the Exterminator. Like a tuna getting in on the action. This is a weird couple's night activity, I'll admit. Tuna has gotten barefoot for the verming stuff. Let's see. Remember the last time I played Bloodborne with you and that same tree trunk trap murdered my shit? Well, Max, that'd be because I sprung it on you on purpose like I tried to do with them. I guess he won't give me anything yet. I'd probably have to like rest and come back later. Didn't Mimazaki say that invaders aren't supposed to win, just really strong enemies? It wouldn't surprise me if that was meant to be the case. That invaders are just a way to punish you and try and take a bit of your health and stuff away. No, obviously really strong enemies in Souls games tend to win. You can't tell me that Elden Ring doesn't hit some of those notes. I don't think it does. I think it's a very pretty game, but that just goes... I mean, they got a budget, they've got a great art team. It's got a few good musical tracks, it's got a few good bosses, the voice acting's top-notch like always. And that's about it. I mean, it looks pretty. There's a few good songs, a few of the bosses are okay. I mean, to me it's nothing super special. I think for the type of game it is, I think Breath of the Wild is better. It's per capita, I think. Between the two games, because Elden Ring, like Miyazaki obviously, was like, man, fucking Breath of the Wild was awesome, I should do that. And Elden Ring is unique in its own right, that has so many of the Souls mechanics brought in. But I think between the two, I think Breath of the Wild does it better. It's one of the few fucking Nintendo games I played. But I don't think Elden Ring is the best at anything. You know the old saying, Jack of all trades, master of none? That's Elden Ring. If that saying was a video game, like, that would be Elden Ring. It doesn't have the best music out of the series, it doesn't have the best PvP, it doesn't have the best strictly PvE experience, it doesn't have the best art design in terms of a lot of the bosses. It's not got the best music. Doesn't run the best. But it, like I said, it does enough right. I mean, it's a good game. It's just when it's fucking standing shoulder to shoulder with the Souls series, it's a little tough. It's the same thing I felt about Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 I think is a good game. It's just that it has to stand toe-to-toe with, you know, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 1, DS3 even, Sekiro. The often forgotten Sekiro. No, I think like Elden Ring and Dark Souls 2, I think they're better than Demon Souls and Sekiro. In a lot of respects. But just DS2, 3, and Bloodborne. When Dark Souls 3 is probably the weakest out of a lineup, like a trio of games, that's saying something. Excuse me. We've got like a rat king of snakes. Can you imagine the smell of these snakes? I think that's really something that's not really talked about very much with Bloodborne. Just the stench, the absolute stink, the BO. Like every character in the game probably has chronic swamp ass. What flavor protein shake? It's chocolate muscle milk. It's good. It's getting this protein up. And here's Zoe. The loathsome dung eater. The despicable doo-doo devourer. I've been banned if I can't say cog. The crazed caca consumer. The feared feces feaster. Elden's probably my second favorite From Software work, or tied for first, but I'm very easy to please. Yeah. Elden Ring is definitely designed to appeal to a much wider audience than the previous games. In nearly every aspect. Like, if I were to introduce anyone to the Souls games, the first one I would probably bring up would be Elden Ring, because I think it'd be the easiest one for them to get their hands on. Really easy to grasp, and I mean, it's not a very hard game compared to the other Souls games, just because the older Souls games depended more on enemy placement. Elden Ring's more like your typical video game where as you progress, the enemies don't necessarily get harder or placed in more precocious places. It's more they just get more health and they hit harder. They're the exact same enemies, just with bigger health bars. It becomes more of a war of attrition. Meanwhile, in the older Souls games, while they do get tougher, the enemy placement will absolutely screw you for no reason. That's part of the Souls experience, and I really like the linear, really refined linear experience of the older games. The open world is really pretty, that's neat. I went and got Lionel's stuff almost immediately. I guess Naked Man just suffered a heart attack on the battlefield. But I like the more quality over quantity of the older games. My favorite part of Elden Ring was probably when I very first saw the big lake. What's it called? Ray Lucaria? I just always call it the Misty Lake area. I know it's not the name. That was probably my favorite level overall. Grab this. I don't know, there's just something about exploring the giant lake mixed with like the marsh. It could just be because I'm a Florida man, I felt at home. But there was something really like mysterious. It had like a mystique to it, like the Atlas Plateau was okay. You know, Lindell, the Weeping Peninsula, that was all pretty good. But I think the big Misty Lake area was the most mysterious. The mountain, like the volcano and the mountains were also good. Farum Azula was just Archdragon Peak to Electric Boogaloo. You know, and then Haligtree's probably my second favorite. Haligtree was really pretty. All of that, even though the second half of it, when you actually get towards Millennia, is just Anor Londo, too. Anor Londo Expanded Edition, I guess. Revamped, remastered, reloaded. Tuna just can't keep their hands off of me. This is true, they made it too easy to level up, the open world aspect really hurt. I just don't think, in a lot of cases, that, like in Elden Ring's design holds up as well as, like, Dark Souls 1. Like, I can't think of many bosses in Elden Ring that could hold up to the design of, like, Ornstein and Smough. Or Artorias. Yeah, I like, there's, like, you have these really iconic characters from the older games. I can't think of much in... Even, like, the dragons. Like, when I think of dragons, like, iconic Souls dragons, I think of, like, Calamite, Sin, you know, Midir. Maybe even the Ancient Dragon to an extent, even though it's kind of plain. It looks like Draco from Dragonheart. Yeah, they saw Sean Connery, and they was like, yeah, that's it. We gotta make that. I struggle to think of many bosses that I think look as like they're cool, like they look fine, they're cool, they're, you know, they're whatever, but they don't seem as unique. And the same goes for Bloodborne. Nearly every boss in Bloodborne is unique, iconic, distinctive, from the OST soundtrack to what they look like. Dark Souls 1's the same way for the most part. Like, you can see a silhouette of almost any Dark Souls 1 boss and know exactly what it is. Like, you see the Capra Demon, you know it. Tauros Demon, you know, Artorias, Ornstein, Smough, Gwyn. But, like, you start looking at a lot of the Elden Ring bosses and you try to distinguish them by their silhouette, and there's not as many of them, because you're gonna see, like, a lot of the watchdogs. But, you know... It's that, I don't know. Now, Dark Souls 2, I think Dark Souls 2 had a big problem with, like, most of the bosses were just Big Knight. That was an issue I did have with Dark Souls 2, is the bosses didn't seem as unique. The game boiled down to just pretty much just, it's a Big Knight. That's it. That's this guy. There, of course, were exceptions, you know. Mostly in the DLC. Dark Souls 2, I usually think of, like, the Smelter Demon... Fuck, I gotta think about it for a second. Let's see. Good old Helter Smelter is probably like the Dark Souls 2 boss, I think. The Ivory King. Let's see. Who else is just like the pinnacle of fucking Souls 2? Maybe the Big Frog. I don't know if the Big Frog is good, like iconic in the good way, though. It's the one that's in Shrine of Your Mama. Let's see, what else do we got? The Mirror Knight's pretty cool, but again, it's just Big Knight. I think out of all the, you know, the Big Knight bosses that they had in Dark Souls 2, I think Mirror Knight's probably my favorite. Oh, Pursuer! I can't forget about the Pursuer. Capital Sewers hurt my feelings. I gotta say, the Capital Sewers are actually my favorite levels in all of Elden Ring, because it feels the most like a Souls level. It's more linear, compact, and it BS's you with enemy placement with the little, like, the little goblins, the imps all over the place. Motherfuckers in your comment section trying to tell you how to play. I know. I love the dark race, lore-wise and design-wise. I love to walk to the abyss, and how it's at the bottom of this decrepit well. Love Godfrey. I'd say that's a fucking... I see the buzzword, simple as thing. Do you think nostalgia is impacting your perceptions here? Nope. With the older games you've collected over thousands of hours, but Elden Ring is so recent, you haven't developed that connection. No, because I hate the Souls games. I don't have, like, this deep passion. This isn't, like, from a well of love. It's just experience. When I was, like, 13 years old, I, like, craved, like, proving the challenge to myself that I could beat them. I liked Dark Souls 1. Or at least the first half. I didn't play Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne until I was much older. Because I skipped Dark Souls 2 because it didn't look like... Whenever it was first being released, I saw it and I was like, man, that doesn't look anything like the Dark Souls I know. Because I had played Dark Souls 1 quite a bit, just running different characters, because I didn't have internet, I had no money, so it was Dark Souls and Skyrim was all I had. And I saw Dark Souls 2 come out in 2014. I said, nah, it's not for me. I like that. The movement's weird. It's all mo-capped and weird. The bosses don't look cool and yada yada yada. So I didn't play it. Then Bloodborne came out in 2015. I said, that looks edgy. Like, I'm not an edgy boy. I like knights and cool stuff. So I didn't play Bloodborne. And then DS3 came out in 2016. I did play that on release. I didn't go back and play Bloodborne until probably 2018. And then I didn't play Dark Souls 2 probably till like 2019. Maybe 2018. I might have played. If I did, it was a little bit and I played it off like I had done a lot more. I don't like these games very much, believe it or not. I speak about this stuff as objectively as possible, because I do not like these games that much. I enjoy playing them with you guys. I like seeing your reactions to my reactions. I like interacting with you guys, playing this stuff with you. I don't like the games that much. If I could play any other game and get you guys to talk to me and do what I do with Souls, I'd do it. But this is the only thing. I'm John Dark Soul, this is what I got, so I play them. So whenever I talk about what I think about the music, the design, it's not from like any kind of nostalgia connection to the games. I don't like them very much. The music is also not it's either not activating or I can't hear it for the Nazgul. I actually think the Nazgul are one of the weaker designed enemies in Cornborn. Like, they're okay, but it's just, I don't know. It's just like 3 dudes in cloaks. And From has also, like, made way better gank bosses. I think my favorite, like, gank-themed boss was, the one in Souls 2. Like the one that had Havel and Alva and the guy with the bow that had Lucatiel's mask for some reason. I think that's my favorite, just because people hated that boss. People despised that boss so intensely when it came out. I remember people complaining. It was awesome. I suck so bad with the saw spear, by the way. I think I'm gonna help Tuna focus these other dudes. I don't know this thing's moveset that well because I never really use it. I'm a beast cutter, like Hunter's Axe. I like those weapons. Alright, one less. Is he gonna start using the Madras Whistle or no? I gotta tell you boys, like, it's kinda rough using the arcane build early on. I know that there's the promise of one-shotting everything getting used magic later on. Oh, holy god. Oh, he one-shot me with the Madras Whistle! Using this stuff early game is rough. Not having, like, a strength build or something to fall on. Being to knock things back with my Hunter's Axe. Anything featured in Happy Souls, yeah. The Semen of Dawn. The most iconic part of the Mirror Knight's how he summons a player that constantly heals him. You would think that, but no one actually does Mirror Knight invasions anymore. You never see an actual player. Well, you really don't now because the servers are down. But before, you didn't actually ever get real players. You always got the NPC. I never... In all of my time playing Dark Souls 2, and I did a lot of runs of that game to get the Platinum Trophy for stream content. But, I never, I think, ever got a player invader. It was always the NPC. Wait, I rang the wrong bell. That's one thing people always try to discredit any, like, fan of any series, though. Anytime you have an opinion on something, something that you try to make as unbiased and fair as possible, they will always try to undercut it by, like, bringing nostalgia as a factor. It's like this weird mystical thing that people think is going to completely, like, just tear apart your perspective. It's a really cheap way to undercut someone else's opinion on something. I despise people to do that. It's a weak cop-out to trying to understand someone else's perspective. Very weak. Just watched your Schmelden Bling Scythe video. A solid gameplay. Thank you. I hated every second of it. I despise Elden Ring's PvP. I know I try to make the commentary a little upbeat and I try not to bitch the whole time, but my god, that game's PvP is booty. I try not to L2 spam too much. The music's down an hour, it's just quiet. I'm stuck at Millennia, especially since I saw posted about being buffed. Been doing PvP since. Luca's gonna say the gamer word. I'm sure some of us would be totally down to run Sea of Thieves with you. The thing is, then you're stuck with this the whole time. Do you realize how many people I've taught how to play Sea of Thieves? Like how many people I've taken under my wing, like Silver from Treasure Planet? It's been a lot. Like, there is so much to teach people about Sea of Thieves to be in my crew. Do you have a preferred genre of games you would actually like to play on stream? Indie games, old games that I played when I was growing up that I haven't played in forever. Smaller indie titles that have more passion put into them than others. Maybe some shooter games, party games with my friends, that's what I prefer to do. That's what I do on like Saturdays, Sundays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But Thursday and Friday at the very least, are always Bloodborne days, and I always have to play it after the fact. Now we gotta wait on Tuna. Got vored by a sneaky boy. He didn't really vore me so much as he just like slashed me across the back with his ass, I guess. I've been a Mirror Squire before. It was cool. A Mirror Squire. I thought the curse was upon me. I don't think I ever beat those gate guys DS2. I tried like 5 times, then quit. I still have max respect for you for not falling into the clickbait aspect of content in this game. What do you mean, like the clickbait? Like, is there a clickbait aspect of Bloodborne? Because I've got no perspective. I don't watch other Souls tubers. I don't think I could clickbait. Like, what could I say, really? Running an arcane build, any percent, world's strongest build running right now. Blood Gems, guide, tutorial, how to, what's new, Scooby-Doo. Like, what could I put that would get people to click on Bloodborne? It's Bloodborne Thursday, you know? You have a favorite rum skid? Anything that's cold? Did you check out Children of Morta? I ran it a bit when it went on sale. Good fun roguelike. Is anything like Blasphemous? Anything like that? I remember playing Blasphemous. If any of you haven't played, haven't played that, that's a really solid game. And now we're just waiting on Tuna to get here. It would work. If I put What's New Scooby-Doo, I think I'd just get like claimed as a children's stream and none of you would see it. Tuna, where are you at? Running a furry werewolf build in Bloodborne gone sexual. I did run a furry build. That was what character was that? That was on Swag Daddy 69. I ran the Beast Claws with the rune and the what's that guy's name? Oh god. The really edgy guy that invades you in the DLC. I've rung my bell. We're just waiting on Tuna. We can't continue on without the stream waifu. Hello, Oni girl. Welcome to the stream. You enjoying CFP? Blasphemous is awesome. Spanish Easter. The game aesthetic is great. The Blanky werewolf. No one dare takes Tuna's place. Yeah, like I stream Sea of Thieves a lot, but Sea of Thieves, like, if I ever play that with anyone, I have to teach them so much. Like, the first thing I typically teach people, besides just like the basics of what everything does, is the ship terminology. Because whenever I play, I use port and starboard. And that's not just like for a roleplay. Like, everyone always thinks I've just got my head up my own ass because I use port and starboard, because I'm playing a pirate game. But it's actually got, like, it makes sense to use port and starboard. I started using it when I first started playing the game because I realized something. I saw a streamer get killed because he was up on the wheel, right? And they were getting boarded by an enemy player, someone was trying to sink them. And the guy was coming up on the left ladder from his perspective. But his crewmate, who was over by the anchor looking back at him, was, looking up at him, and he goes, there's a boarder on the left side! And so the guy facing him looks to his left, which is of course the opposite side of what the captain sees. I realized something, I was like, so that's why they use port and starboard. Because no matter where you are on the ship, the port is always going to be the left side of the ship from the captain's perspective, and starboard is always going to be the right side from the captain's perspective. So no matter where you are on the ship, you will know the difference between port and starboard. Because left and right can change based on your perspective and you can get you mixed up. But port and starboard always stays the exact same. Same thing with the bow and the stern. So, if someone sails with me, they have to learn terminology. And there's other things about sailing, like how the wind works, or how the waves flow. The waves on the Sea of Thieves always go from the northwest to the southeast, in a straight diagonal line from Sailor's Bounty to Devil's Ridge. So if you're sailing northwest, you're going to have really rough waves and you're going to go off course. But if you're sailing to the southeast, you're going to have a really smooth voyage where you're not going to go off kilter at all. You can leave the wheel alone and not adjust it whatsoever for the most part. But if you're going northwest, especially if you have good wind in your sails, you're always going to have to adjust the wheel. That's something that you have to teach people, because you'll be sailing northwest with good wind and they'll just go to change up their fashion or something and they're like, oh shit, we're going west now because the waves have pushed you off course. Lost connection? Sorry folks, give me a minute. Must have two. A top-down isometric game lets you change between a family of characters with varying moves and abilities, good story, soundtrack, great art, and visuals. I'll have to look at it. My YouTube recommended feeds nothing but new rare weapons, rare A scaling. You've never seen this before. What, like the prod and chase the bro types? Now we gotta say a little prayer here to get tuna. In response to your Discord comments, there's a great overlap between femboys and conservatives from the southeast United States and furries, actually. Isn't that weird? That you would expect femboys and furries that you meet on the internet to be you wouldn't expect them to be like rednecks from the southeast, but they are. Every time, without fail. There is a purpose, I'm starting to see the purpose in the pattern, the reason to the rhyme. Every single time I've met a femboy, or most furries, not all of them of course, but every femboy so far, that's been a rule. They've been from the southeast United States somewhere. They've been a massive redneck, racist, and conservative, but you wouldn't think it, it doesn't make any sense. They're a femboy, posting pictures of themselves in booty shorts or something, but then they've got a Confederate flag in the background. It's a brain blast, it's mind-boggling. What's so complicated about Sea of Thieves apart from general strategy? Another thing about Sea of Thieves, besides the way the waves work, port and starboard, bow and stern, the way the wind works. Sloops are the fastest ship when there's no wind because they're the most lightweight. So if you need to escape from one of the bigger ships, put your sails directly ahead and sail into the wind. Because you'll go faster than a brigantine or a galleon because they weigh more, and it's just gonna take them longer. It's basic. Lightweight ship moves fast with no wind, heavy ships move really slow. But then it's the opposite for the two bigger ships. Brigantines are the fastest ship in the game when they have crosswind, but galleons are the fastest when they have full wind from the back. And then there's also anchor turns, and there's a lot. There's a lot to teach people about Sea of Thieves. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like a really basic pirate game. But there's a lot to it once you really get down to it. Sea of Thieves not be done. PlayStation was a crime. It's true. Atlas will always be a disappointment no matter the wind direction. Waves always do that. I'm a bit of a ship nerd and I know the terminology, but the waves pattern was new. I gotta make that info useful. And then too, just put an arrow up to that weird like Cthulhuan speech that Alan posted. Remember all the pirates or the priests that fought against everything of that aspect? Poor gaslighting, femboys. Southern equals racist, but Southern equals femboy. That doesn't add up. Because femboys and I will accept this. It does. Like, it does. Every time someone that claims to be a femboy, or has all this shit about being a femboy and a woo-am baby or whatever their bio, and they've got like a Stolfo or one of these other like dudes that looks like a chick. Like, there's nothing wrong with people like that. It's whatever. But every single one that joins my Discord server or pops in here is always some hick from like Tennessee, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia. Every time. It's just the way it is. Anyway. Me and the friend I normally sail with have got super fucking coordinated when we play it. Nice. The most closeted ones are the ones that are going to fight it. Lost connection again. Man, I don't want to do this without tuna. I'm gonna go beat up this guy just to take my aggression out. It's just, I don't know. It's just a rule of thumb. And it's one of the, like, a lot of times nothing on the internet surprises me, but that's one thing that's kind of taken me off guard. Maybe you're a magnet to Southern femboys. It's the universe telling you what you should become. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys in the stream, like, some of you guys, since we're waiting on Tuna, I've gotta make some good commentary here. If any of you have ever thought about being a content creator, let me just show you what I deal with on a daily basis, right? Alright. So, most of you know me. You know, you've watched my content for years, or at least for a little while. You know what I sound like. You know what kind of personality I have. It's not something that really screams effeminate femboy. Deep voice, nasty sounding guy. I'm a 6 foot tall, hairy Asian dude. That's who I am. That's who I always will be. Just a nasty trash man of a person that plays Dark Souls games, right? But people are so down bad on the internet. This is what someone said earlier. Hold on. Let me go way back up in my Discord. So this is what someone said. Alright, so this is what a guy said in my Discord server about me. Today at 7:20 p.m. You act like a femboy. You have that fucking subby brat aura going apeshit. Words that were typed into the internet about me. Subby brat aura. I don't even know what that is. That's like too deep. So, you know, that's something I deal with on the internet every day. And that's just like scratching the surface. That's not even like the very tip of the iceberg with some of the comments I get. And like it's Twitter DMs, emails, YouTube comments, just people are down horrendous. The world is horny. Yeah. The hairless, burly macho men are all closet femboys. They're not. Subby Pratt or and I got 50 pesos from Calcin. That's probably worth like what, a miniature Mr. Goodbar. You should see first. Everyone's either a chubby transgender communist or a black sentinel, right, fanboy? There's no in between. That guy may have been projecting a little too hard. That's what I wonder. Tuna baby, I'll meet you at the boss fight. Let's see if I could summon there. Actually, hold on. Let me silence and then re-ring. Because I'm sure people are getting sick of just watching me like talk about weird shit. I have to do this without me, sexy man. I've rerung my bell, and we'll see what happens once I get down here. Who will win, Bezos versus Musk? Well, Musk has like the meme culture at his back, so we'll see. I saw that Elon Musk posted on, gotta remember, like, realize where we are. I saw that he posted, something to the effect of, gonna buy Coca-Cola to put the cocaine back in it. I mean, the guy's a billionaire, so, like, he might as well have some fun. I would. That sounds straight like something the everyman would say if they were a billionaire. The Coca-Cola fucking executives are just shaking. Subby brat aura. It was on this day that God looked the other way. I can't remember how to get to that gate. I ignore the giant, like, fucking ball of calamity that I just pissed off. There's a big motherfucker over there. Ah, it's down here. Elon's a master of marketing. Yeah. Man, I don't like fighting those snake dudes by myself. They frighten me. I would pay for a podcast with Skid, that would probably be rather fun. I don't know if like me rambling for very long would be very fun. Besides, if you want like a podcast that features me, essentially just go watch the official podcast. It's pretty close, right? Musk versus Bezos, Stark versus Luther. Bezos can reflect the full power of the sun off his head. Could be a tough fight. I want to see John McAfee versus Bezos and Musk 1v2. He's gonna be similar to Trump, but he has something to show. Am I wrong? I miss McAfee. The world's a little too sane without him. I guess my protein shake. Look at that fucking ball of snake up there. Staring down here like, yeah, motherfucker. You come back up through here, I'll show you what's good. Show what these not hands can do. Bezos equals lawful evil, Musk equals chaotic neutral. Most of your streams are you ranting about X or Y already with fun gameplay or guests. Don't underestimate your ability to entertain. I'm just stating the facts. If I were to do a podcast, I think I'd have like 10 people. Yeah, most people tell me that I should do like stand-up comedy. I don't think I would do good with stand-up comedy because I'm so confrontational with my opinions. I feel like I'd start a fight, I'd get heckled too bad, like I'd get in a fight on stage at my very first, like, comedy barn. You plus any number of others could be very entertaining. McAfee equals chaotic evil. That man was chaotic evil. McAfee was fucking nuts. Stand-up skid. Holy shit. Stride knows what's up. Always do, baby. We're kind of just waiting to see if anyone else that's trying to connect can get in. It seems like Bloodborne's being wonky. The fluky ass crap that From Software calls servers. Not you, but I can picture Midge jumping on someone for not liking his joke. I mean, that's just what people always tell me, that, like, I could do stand-up. If I did stand-up, I probably wouldn't prepare anything. I would probably, like, try to walk up on stage and just come up with stuff off the cuff. Just complain about something I don't like. See where it goes. That's your controversial opinion. I think people that die in cave diving accidents have it coming. Same goes to people that die skydiving. I don't feel pity for them. I think it's stupid. I think it's a waste of resources, materials. Like, I think it's just a waste. I'm embarrassed as a human being to have members of my species willingly, like, drowning themselves in holes in the ground for no good reason. I think that, like, to combat, like, the obesity epidemic in America, there should be a fat tax. I think for every pound someone is overweight, they should get be taxed a little bit more. I think it would solve a lot of issues. Well, we managed to kill one Shadow of Yharnam while barely damaging the other two. That is impressive. I'm almost definitely going to be one-shot by a Madras Whistle at some point during this fight. Ow, fucking bitch, I wish I had that ability. Just hit some with the fucking pool noodle. Oh shit. We got one. Fucking style on him. Man. You see, this is an arcane build. I see him, and I'm like, God, I wish that were me. Okay, where's my, there we go. I can't wait to turn into a piece of cauliflower. You must accept trolling. A comedy bar fight sounds like a great time. Don't let them get you down, don't let people's opinions get you down. Wasn't there supposed to be a PC port announced like last year? I think that was all hearsay, malarkey, balderdash, heretofore. I don't even think those gulp skill help my connection right now. That's what drew me to your channel initially, keep that edge alive and well. Also, don't want to mention it, but my god, those throat sounds are adorable. What fucking throat sounds are adorable? What, me drinking? Like the basic human action of drinking? Or like me fucking, like, gasping for air because I'm talking too much? Controversial opinion, Berserk is not the best manga ever created. I feel I can have, I don't read much manga, so I've never seen anything Berserk related. I could recognize the characters. I know the guy that wrote it, inspired Miyazaki in a lot of ways. I know that he died and it didn't get finished, but I've never actually read it. Fucking bug brain. The people who try to rescue cave divers also end up dead. See, this is already gold here. Damn, a fat tax. Big miss on potential energy lesson. IRS would come to get my fat ass. Ultimate cosmic power. You got the talking down, now we need to simulate the fist fighting. Likely the shadows here. This is still my favorite FromSoft game. Isn't a part of the Armored Core franchise. Throat fetish detected. I scrolled up to see who wrote the throat sounds comment, even though I already knew. You deep throating. No, see, I'm a big, like, it's like I said, I'm a big dude. I'm like 6 foot tall. I used to be a weightlifter. So when I drink with a mean, like, I don't take like this little, like, yeah, like a little sip. You know, like this little tiny little pea diddly thing. When I drink, I'm trying to get hydrated. I'm speed running hydration, so I take a big gulp of my drink. And my microphone is really good, so that's why everyone picks it up. And look at that tuna made it in. You have a grog kind of sound every now and again after drinking liquids. Pretty cute. I don't even know what that is. Oh yeah, it's if I could tuna and the look-alike Strider. I secretly hope Bloodborne doesn't get PC port because then I wouldn't be able to participate on Bloodborne Thursday. It's incredibly selfish. I feel as prepared as I can for lower level DLC. Holy shit, yes. What about drinking alcohol? I mean, it's the same thing. I drink straight rum and whiskey. If I drink, it's usually to get plastered. I'm not like a social drinker. I drink it because I try to forget, but I only end up remembering. Fucking bug man trying to cornhole me while my summons are away. I'd hint your jaw so you could take bigger gulps. Let's pray you're right, Wolf. It would be awesome to have this on PC. Bloodborne's my favorite FromSoft game. I even have the Hunter's Mark tattooed on my forearm. I've thought about doing that myself. Like, I know it's really, like, cringy to get video game tattoos, but I had a friend that passed away who really loved this game. And so I thought about getting a Hunter's Mark tattooed somewhere for him. Like a little fucking, I don't know, like in memoriam thing with his name, maybe. Yeah, I had a buddy that passed away years ago who absolutely adored everything about Bloodborne. Which I can't blame him. I thought about getting a Hunter's Mark as like a little thing for him. I bet he probably thought that we would have forgotten him by now, but haven't. Definitely haven't. I love the bugmen that just hop down whether or not you're anywhere near them or not. They'll also do it if you, like, you don't run down here and you run behind them, it's like they get spooked. It's like they get self-conscious that you found their hidey hole and they just leap. How many of you here remember like that one GTA video that I made a while back? I called it something like GTA was amazing or something. And it's got Frantic leaping out of that helicopter at like 20 feet off the ground. And so he doesn't like have time to deploy his chute, so he just fucking belly flops on the ground. He goes, leap! As he jumps. How many of you boys remember that? There's some like weird writing above that fucking... above that lever. Get this. Yeah, baby. Would you personally rank Bloodborne in the entire Souls franchise? I think it's tied for number 1 with the first half of Dark Souls 1 for me. Whoa! Squid Woman's on the loose. I was really scared of her one-shotting me, so I just kind of, ran away. One of Santa's little helpers. Except for the siblings to kick ass. Rum and whiskey. That's not a cocktail, that's alcoholism. Well, it's like I said, I don't drink because I'm like a social drinker. Like, I don't walk up to the bar, like, reach down the back of my pants, give myself a dirty Sanchez, and be like, I'd like a tequila old-fashioned. You know, like, if I'm getting drunk, it's usually, like, in my home, by myself, listening to, like, old music, trying to forget about something. That's why I don't drink very much. Because me drinking by myself is only gonna lead to terrible things. Don't mean this to sound bad, but what happened to all the old DS3 creators like yourself? Do you ever reconnect with any of them? I was never connected with any of them. What are you talking about? Like, Oddstarva made some content with me whenever I was like the hip and happening thing with my fat videos, but we were never buddies. Lost My Sadie and I were kind of like buds, but just kind of fell out of touch after DS3 went the way of the dodo. I was never friends with like Fighter, even though I made a few things with him because of Lost. I made a video with like Paragon, Dave Control, Obobo, but I didn't know any of them. I stream sniped Pete Peterson a few times because that was really funny, but I didn't know him. I knew Adam Barker, but some shit went on with him and one of his subscribers, and I somehow got roped into it, so I'm pretty sure he hates me. I never fucking talked to, Prod. I can't remember if it was Prod or Chase the Bro, but one of them used one of my Ornsteins without my permission, or the artist's permission. I got on his ass about that. I DM'd him telling him I would kill him, so he changed it. He credited the artist fully. So, like, and most of them are still making stuff. I think, like, one of the only ones that isn't is, PvP skills. I think he dropped off. I don't know if Santa's K still is, but Lost, Fighter, Adam Barker, Fighter, Prod, Chase the Bro, they're all still making Souls content. Vadividia, Silvermont. I mean, they're all still here. We didn't go anywhere, it's just everyone forgot about us, I guess. Or at least they forgot about me. Look at that cute face. What tats you got? I've got like Yakuza stuff all over my arms and shoulders. That's really the big issue, is like finding a spot for like the hunter mark. I don't know where I would put it. That's the only issue with it. I don't know where I would put it, because it, like, pretty much anywhere I place it, it's gonna look out of whack, because I got, like, whenever I first started getting tattoos, I decided that I wanted to get stuff that matched. I didn't want to have just, like, random crap all over me like a lot of people get. Like, 'cause it seems like a lot of people just, like, they like various stuff, but they just get random things tattooed, like, I'll have a random skull here, and I'll have a wolf right here, and I'll have a cross right here, and I'll have like a hammer or something Norse over here. And it's just like, it's basically like stickers that they're applying to themselves permanently, more than like an actual art piece that has any sort of direction. Pretty good burn. Pretty good first round burn, if I do say so myself. Don't know why my summons are. Oh, it's like a tuna. Tunas had the asteroids called on them from Man, I hate to laugh at that, but yeah, Tuna ran to the wrong group of, the wrong cluster of spiders. Didn't see the asteroids coming. I know Calson's gonna give me a hard time about that, but what can I do? You know? Like, if Tuna was like in call with me, I would've been like, no wait! Don't do it! I'm trying to kill as many of the spiders as I can, because these things will just one-shot me out of nowhere. But they are fucking all over Ron right now. I'm trying to like herd them this way. They've got that stupid nosedive attack that they do. I could see them trying to hit Strider with it from here. Oh, Strider's down. Is that gonna be on me? No, it's on his corpse. Damn it. I can definitely do this, but it might be a little rough. Mostly because of the fucking spiders. Like, the most dangerous portion of Rom's boss fight's not even Rom himself, it's his little butt buddies. I think I got it. I did. Whew. Yeah, Rom's little, like, children. It's like Aragog. But thank both of you for your help, even if you both perished in the attempt. I appreciate it. Even for people who don't know what the Hunter's Mark is, it still looks aesthetically cool. It's a rune after all. It's a rune after all. Well, it's like I said, the only thing is, like, with all of my, like, really floral, like, dragon, Yakuza-looking things, it's a little, like, just having a solid black mark somewhere would be a little odd, so I'm trying to, like, figure out where to put it. I thought about maybe the center of my back, or something. Oh, there she is, I couldn't see Queen Yardam. It's too far out. Hunter's Mark's based off the Hangman Tarot card, right? I think so. Almost got hint-tied by a crazed woman. This is the third time I've heard you say Dirty Sanchez. What does it mean? Look it up. Make sure to look it up and do Google. I used to watch you and Jelly Elite. His editing was god tier for the Souls community at the time. Thank you so much for answering. I never knew about that little bit. Silvermont is the only legendary Soulsborne. There it is, the word femboy again. You have like a soft-spoken dude with an anime profile picture, and he's a femboy. He's not a femboy. I've seen the dude. He looks like if the kid with the glasses from the Polar Express grew up. That's what he looks like. He is not a femboy. He's a nerd. Hey, just because he talks like this very softly with a slightly British accent does not mean that he's not a femboy. He's a nerd. Big tattoos. Honestly, you and Prod playing together would be absolutely hilarious. Probably not. I'm kind of mean. Thematic tattoos are super cool. I'm playing. I'll have my whole left arm Bloodborne theme with Eileen and Amygdala. Chaos the Altoona. Yeah, in this case, undead and resurrected are different things. I'm retarded. Laugh away. I would dream of laughing at you, Tuna. Also, damn, Yakuza tattoos are awesome. Have you ever seen, like, House Husband? What he looks like with his... It's like that, they just don't go all the way across my back. Because back tattoos hurt. Hey Skid, curious if you remember a dude named Abe, old good friend high school introduced me to. He said he helped you put together one of your first, if not first, PC. Well, my first PC was pre-built for me on a website, so probably not. I mean, if he told me anything, it might have just been like what a good graphics card was, or what a good amount of RAM or something was, so... Right off the top of my head, I don't. I'm trying to remember. So many people have come and gone. The slap region really just mauled. I feel like tattoos are best when the client has little say in the design as possible. In my experience, letting the artist do his, her thing is the best option. Scared you should do the Kuman Chalice soon. Rama's such a pain in the ass. Skid's up for Ludwig. You know what? We've been running the arcane build quite a bit. Let's get on the main and try Ludwig. I feel like Miyazaki heard everyone complain about the dogs and the cappers fight with DS when decided to make Ramen spiders. Something about the tarnished prevent their souls from being swallowed by the earth tree. Their souls are tarnished. Seems like the Greater will start making them in order to fix the Golden Order. Get it as a tramp stamp. People seem to forget that you have to be reasonably attractive to be a femboy. I know, like there's a point where like you can be as effeminate as you want, but you're just gay. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with any of it. Like the little fruity people on the internet, I don't care. But like, there are legitimate like femboy and like there are traps and femboys. They look like women. Traps are the ones that are meant to look so much like women that they fool you. Typically, they work out a lot. They're really slim and they wear face masks to cover up their Adam's apple in their face. The femboys are the ones that are openly like, yeah, it's a dude that's meant to be a chick, but they still have to look half decent to pull it off. You can't just be like this fat dude wearing a pink skirt and like, oh yeah, it's a femboy right there. That's a real that's a feminine man there. That's an effeminate boy right there. Like, no, it's just Carl that works at BK and he's cross-dressing on the weekend. You know? Let's see. I don't know. Probably Nightmare Church. So it's just poop as a mustache. It seems Calson looked up the Dirty Sanchez. I think the Dirty Sanchez was like the first like weird sexual maneuver I ever looked up. I think it was that and then the Alabama Hot Pocket were like the two very first ones I ever looked up when I was a kid. Because I heard my friends laughing about them like, oh dude, gonna give your mom an Alabama Hot Pocket, and they all like laughed and I was like, yeah. Yeah, I know what that is. I didn't, so I googled it, regretted it. Or like the pink sock, the blue waffle, the Alaskan fucking, what's it called? The Alaskan ice pick, the Alaskan bullworm, the Alaskan pipeline. It's got many names. Not just any dude can throw on the thigh highs and get away with it. Exactly. Man, York, so for any of you in the chat, we're gonna get our ass beat. This is like level 94. Level 94 Ludwig, this is gonna suck. Let's wait for someone else. Carl Femboy. And hey Slickback, Femboy named Carl, I disagree with that. Hey Fry Man, look for this here, what? Ew. I've dressed as a French maid before and I weighed like 80 pounds. There's a fine line between femboys and dressing in drag, and it's about 200 pounds. And the password is indeed feet. We just kept the one from last week because it was just too good. Come on Bloodborne, I want to fight the horseman. The French exit. Yeah. Yeah, I know about the French exit. I think Frantic told me about that years ago. The weird thing with Frantic is he has like a very approximate knowledge of weird shit. So like he could tell me exactly what a French exit is, but he had to ask me what fellatio meant. Yeah, that's my fucking... It's the stream waifu. Tuna has her... I'm gonna go ahead and warn you, Tuna, this might be a little rough. The Alaskan pipeline. Oh yeah. Sadness. Alright, I think we're all ready to rock and roll. We're as ready as we will be for this. I like to play this game, where I'll like go on Twitter, and I'll try to find people that are like self-proclaimed traps. I try to figure out what they are. There was one that I remember seeing a while back that absolutely staggered me. I could not tell if it was a chick or a dude. It was like, I remember they were wearing like a black face mask, because of course they were, and they had a crop top, but their body was so toned, it fucking like threw me for a loop. Like I started doing this like detective level shit to figure it out. Because it's really like, I don't know, there's just something about it that's really intriguing to me, like trying to figure out, because people go to such lengths, it's impressive. It impresses me, and I like, and then sometimes, like, you're just like, dude, come on. You're not even putting any effort into it, you're not fooling anyone but maybe blind people. Maybe like a blind man that's paralyzed from the waist down, maybe you'd fool him, you're not fooling anybody with this, come on. It's intriguing to me. Oh wait. Oh god, we gotta deal with the... Here he comes. The whispering right in our ear.
An unsightly beast.
Oh god.
A great terror looms.
Godspeed hit him with a call beyond in my name. Let me level arcane, like mid cutscene. That'll be like Destiny 2, when you can change your loadout loading screens. We'll flip on some masterworked gear, change up my exotics maybe, switch trees. God, I feel like this is gonna suck. How quickly will Skid get one shot by Ludwig? No, he fucking Tuna actually hit him with the call beyond. The Whirly Gig typically screws Ludwig pretty easily. See? Time for the best cutscene in all of Souls. I like that my fucking sexual preferences and just preferences in general are being put into the chat. My guiding moonlight. My true mentor. My guiding moonlight. Oh, now he's pissed. Oh, time to get back to work. I can sing the snake. I think we broke him. Oh, watch out, Tuna. I didn't really hurt him that bad. Man. Ludwig just really can't match up to the whirligig. Ludwig the Holy plays the best OST in the game. Quite underwhelming for the best cutscene in all of Souls. You're just a fucking swineherder. An absolute fucking swineherder. Look at this man not appreciating the fucking nuance of Ludwig's cutscene. The fucking one of the few characters that ever overcomes the hollowing process in any of its forms in any of the games. The reaffirmation of his character. I don't even know where to begin with Ludwig's cutscene. The fucking lore implications of it, quite underwhelming. You know what? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? We're not even gonna bear witness to this. Jesus Christ, I am like so... I felt like that's not something I felt from a comment in a really long time. Like from the deep pit of my stomach, such disgust. The utter lack. There's this complete disregard for everything that cutscene is and represents for this game. Ugh. Oh, God. Ugh. Oh, my God. Jesus. Oh. Fucking Ludwig coming back from his beast form at the sight of what fucking gave him his faith in the first place, to the fucking follow-up. The lines being delivered so well by the voice actor, the fucking Moonlight Greatsword looking the best it ever has been. Oh my god. Oh, what a fucking absolute fucking trash person. What a waste. That skin could have gone to someone with a good opinion about anything. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, good. Oh, good night. My word. Oh, can you come to the other side of the boss room? Yeah, oh my word, what a fucking horrendous take. This man's like, it didn't have 1,000 fucking pyrotechnics, it didn't have like a crossover event where Thor from the Avengers swooped down and did some cool shit. I didn't see like naked women and beer. Chuck Norris didn't descend down from the ceiling with like an LMG gunning down fucking gunning down werewolves. The utter lack of the reverence and like just the respect that Ludwig has for that sword and what it represents for the story. I don't even know where to begin. Like Zuli the Witch made a really good video talking about how Ludwig's boss, just everything. The intro cutscene to the fight itself to how the two phases shift over. An actual like essay on all the fucking implication it made. And this person, I'm struggling to find a word. Like all of you know that I'm like a walking thesaurus, like an encyclopedia of insults, and even I'm having a hard time finding the right insult for the other depths, the dregs of humanity that has come into my live stream. Ugh. Ugh. My god. That's a DLC cutscene. We learned so much about Ludwig in the main game. A sword that mimics his is the best in the main game. They disrespect the cutscene of him remembering himself. You can call skiff him, or you can say anything to them, but not once have I seen him ban someone that hard. The instant I log in, the guy spawn camped my friendly. Man's got deleted for heresy. The man's got destroyed for heresy, just left a genuinely bad taste in your mouth. Ludwig's cutscene's pure art like modern day classic art and the music's so epic. I mean, it is, like, Ludwig's fucking boss fight, like, his design is the most grotesque, hard to look at thing in the game up to this point. Like, just the sheer loss of humanity in the character. And it's just like you almost struggle to even see what it used to be or what's supposed to have like taken the form of like this weird horseman thing. And as he gets his ass beat, he falls over and sees a piece of himself and remembers his purpose. And you see him like gather himself and his poise and the dignity that he had before as he remembers what he fought for and what he's still trying to fight for. All culminated in bringing up the old Kingsfield reference, one of the Soulsborne classics, the trademarks, the signatures. Can't believe I didn't get that on this game. Yeah, just basically spit on the Mona Lisa. I know. Like, if it had been someone that, like, said what... Like, if he had come in and said, what makes this cutscene so great, I would have educated him. I would have told him the lore implications of, like, the White Church Hunters, and how Loot was the leader of them. He's, like, the corrupted state of this pure being of good, or what he perceived to be good. And even after the boss fight, it doesn't stop. Because you get to talk to his head, and if you dress up as one of his hunters, you can reassure him before he, loses himself one last time. And then, like, he has, like, his own personal hype man in the form of the little, like, corpse dude. I couldn't. I knew it! I couldn't stop it. You can call me a femboy, you can try to make me out to be whatever, you can insult me, make fun of my voice, but that's like beyond me, that's something bigger than myself that you're making fun of. Not even making fun of, just spitting on. Quite underwhelming. I don't know what kind of like Philistine you have to be to come into this, see that cutscene, and without being able to truly appreciate the fucking nuance of it, spit on it like that. There's not much in Soulsborne that I have reverence for, but the Ludwig cutscene is just like the it's one of the things. It's like the Ornstein the Smoke boss intro. I think these two forgot that these NPCs slap very, very hard. I'm dying tonight. I'm trying to sleep in a sweatshirt, pants, and it's near a 70-degree room. I'm dying tonight. Child's Dungeon, I haven't played Bloodborne yet, please explain it. Can one of you guys like pull Zuli the Witch's video on the Ludwig cutscene and post it for me? You can post it in chat, like post the link if you want. Hopefully it will like actually let you post the link, if not just like post the name or something so they can go look it up, because Zuli puts it way better than I possibly could live on stream. God, I love you, Skid Homie got destroyed by Ludwig gang. She rapid fired the black eye. I got hit by 5. I'm playing like shite tonight. It's alright too, this isn't like some sweaty like comp thing for Bloodborne, we're just vibing. A masterpiece of boss design. There you go, there's a video talking about just why Ludwig's stuff is so good. It's one of those things where you have to actually know what you're talking about and have played the game for me to even, like, slightly respect the opinion. Like, the cutscene's badass in of itself. There's, like, intrinsic value on just how cool it is seeing the giant, creepy monster gather itself and bust out the giant vaporwave blade. Like, it's just cool just as it is. But then with all lore implications. it becomes so much more. That's something you can always tell people. Even though Skid does not like the Soulsborne games, he has more respect for them than the average Soulsborne fan. As much as I dislike the Soulsborne game series, I have like a legitimate respect for when they really do stuff right. I give credit where credit's due, and I have reverence for the good stuff. A lot of people think I'm just cynical and jaded and shit on it for the sake of it, but I do actually appreciate the good stuff. People won't ever see that though. All they'll ever see is me complaining. They won't see me like, or they won't pay attention to the parts where I'm actually praising the games. Good job, Tuna. They won't say anything about stuff like that, like where I'm praising the games actively or defending them like that. Oh, Tuna went off and soloed the other one. Hell yeah. Strider's the GOAT. Not to mention his boss fight gives the coolest iteration of the Moonlight Sword. Ludwig has the beast, the most impressive form of a monster I've ever seen. Like, it's genuinely gut-wrenching and the screams are probably better. I like how the message prompt said the sound of the sinister bell ceased, but that was just the Nernroot ringing. Listening to complain. Yorick. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. People never pay attention when I like give legitimate praise to these games. They only ever talk about like the negative opinions I have over it. Like I'll spend like 20 minutes praising like the Ornstein Smoke boss fight as being one of like the pinnacles, like the zenith of like good boss design and the culmination of everything a player's learned in a game. And then I'll spend like 5 minutes just talking about what I think they could have done better. But that's all people pay attention to. They will spend like a lot of time ranting about the 5 minutes of negativity than the 20 minutes of positivity. Same thing with Ludwig. I've spent a pretty good portion of this stream complaining about stuff I don't like about, like, say, Elden Ring or some of the weaker points of Bloodborne. Nothing about that. That's, you know, not a peep. But then, like, I'm like, you know, this is probably one of the better cutscenes in these games. This is why. That's pretty fucking unimpressive if you ask me. I don't get it. Yeah, no, we appreciate the Ludwig boss fight in this House of Mouse. My stream has switched over to the live chat. Smo's boobs should have been bigger. You know, like, yeah, I see where you're coming from with Smo's boobs could have been bigger. But I feel like it would have been too much. Like, I feel like Smo is already, like, the icon of desire. So I feel like any more, and he, like, Miyazaki might have actually gotten a lawsuit from all of the people he would have killed via all of the blood rushing out of their bodies straight into their erection. So, like, maybe not. Like, yeah. Nice, Tuna. Tuna giving us all the goods. My word, that big boy has a lot of health. And we don't have to go that way. Gonna hit the game. Gonna hit the hay, rather. Gonna hit the gay. See a trend. This area is genuinely terrifying knowing the lore. Then again, I could say that about almost all of Bloodborne. Bloodborne just gets more scary the more you know about it. Like, the areas are already kind of bad. Like, there are these weird, like, fucking pus-filled head sacks running around. Then you find out why they're here and what their purpose was, and it just gets worse. Wow. Yeah, see a Trent. Okay, so how do you dodge Melania's waterfall shit? Can someone please explain? Because I can't use Mimic Tier. Typically you just have to, like... Melania is not one of those bosses you can constantly pressure. You have to, like, stand back and watch her for a split second. But, you, like, your only tell is when she jumps. Like, you won't know what's happening until she starts it. And typically the best thing to do is run straight backward. Run straight backward and learn the timing on, Winter Roll when she does her, like, big dash. Because it's pretty much all avoidable. I was gunning this old man down the streets. He deserved it, though. Yeah, you just run straight backward to avoid the majority of it, then when she does her stupid teleport behind you BS, you can just roll. I'd watch someone else do it, and then try and get the timing down for yourself. If I were you. Yeah, watch out for the fucking jizz bookcase. Whoa, dude. You did not kill Ludwig the Abhorrent, you duel and slay Ludwig the Holy Warrior. That's the significance. There you go, Luke. Luca put it really prettily. That's a really good way to look at the difference in the transformation of Ludwig and what his boss fight means. Damn. Yeah, Ludwig's boss fight's really a lot like the one with, nice. Ludwig's boss fight's really a lot like the one with Radahn, where you're putting a really good warrior, like, just... Because I think Ludwig had, like, a good heart. I think he had, like, a good purpose. Was trying to do the right thing. Like, Radahn was just a warrior. He wasn't always, like, some big monster, and you're really just putting him out of his misery. Although it could be argued that Radahn wasn't the same, like, good, like, hearted warrior that Ludwig was. Radahn was basically just Chad incarnate. He just had, like, protagonist syndrome where he couldn't lose. So Melania, like, went all out and used the Scarlet Rod to defeat him because she couldn't do it in single combat. Ludwig still die as a hero? When are we getting the skid anime with the skid cast and other random characters? Good question. I'm still waiting on the Bucket Hunter X Tuna art from Luca. Nothing lewd. I don't want anything lewd. I want some wholesome art of like the Bucket Hunter, like carrying fucking Tuna's hunter as she like shoots something with a flintlock or something. I want some Bloodborne fan art. Similar to Radahn, you put an old hero to the test. He becomes a mindless monster, raving beast, and when he sees his guiding moonlight, returns to what he was. If you kill Ludwig with any fire damage without the repost, he actually still dies a beast. The death animation shows it. Radahn got beat by Morgott in the opening cutscene in the early days of the Shattering. Sin loots. I just said, Fucking Radahn, like, he got beat up by Morgott, but he also got beat by, fucking Melania. She used the Scarlet Rot BS on his ass. Are you guys still here? Yep. Yeah, me and Tuna jumped out the elevator shaft. Got him. Like, why did we come this way? I don't know. I couldn't tell you why we came here. I kinda sorta just ran in the direction, hoped I'd come out to where I was supposed to go. Oh, this guy didn't die earlier. Whoa! Oh, there, Remy. I hate that people oftentimes kill this one. Seems I've been separated. There's a hole in the elevator shaft you have to go through. Radahn got beat while using his magic to hold back the friggin' stars. And the Radahn gets killed while like multitasking. He didn't get killed, he got beat. Hit the blob, Isaac. Well, I apologize if I'm getting, like, more quiet as the stream goes on. It's just me being more tired. That's all it is. Where did he go, Tuna? There he is. Godric Finboy confirmed. As much as I hate to admit that's actually true, Godric, cross-dressed to get out of having to fight Radahn, among other things. Yeah, I think probably Morgott's like probably one of the best people in the entire game. Just as far as not being evil goes. Looks like I've got myself a doppelganger. Morgoth's such a baller. I hope you guys are ready for my next fat character's name's gonna be Morgoth the Full Omen. Me and Yeet are kinda going hard in the paint on the intro for that video. Like, Yeet's actually, like... Yeet's photoshopping, well, he's not even like Photoshop, he's editing Morgoth's staff to be like a garlic breadstick that, like, gets shattered into his, like, Damascus steel sword. I'm gonna be doing the voice for Morgoth. You didn't have to take your shoes off, Tuna, but I appreciate it. But, I was thinking ladies first. But, yeah, I'm gonna be doing, like, the intro for all of the dialogue. I can't remember what the fucking... I can't remember what the dialogue we had was, but it was pretty funny. In search of the onion ring. Something like that. It's dumb. Like all of my thick builds, it's hella stupid. And here's the patented fucking... The patented Anor Londo lever. Can I use this? No. It's one of the only things I think in Bloodborne that says no. Only this Beckner can use it. The more I read his lore, the more I love him as a character. Wasn't Morgoth fighting against the Frenzy Flame? He probably doesn't like it because it goes directly against the greater will. I took NyQuil and now I await the drugs to take me to the dream life. I'll never stop saying Hog Free, the first Elden Boar. If Morgoth's so awesome, how'd I only kill him in 200 tries? Does anyone know if Mikola had a thing for Godwin? I love that he notices us arriving in the chapel. It turns one of his priests into a duplicate of himself just to fuck you up again. I had a crisis of identity while trying to reference that. I did that. Do you actually get that done, Yeet? Because I know that it was like a really, really big workload. The Morgoth thing. I need to go find the guy that, I don't remember who it was, it might have been Alan, but someone posted a really good copy pasta. And I'm gonna read it off my best, like, Morgoth impression. Well, yeah, we're gonna keep saying Morgoth. We're gonna add in, like, the background SFX of him, like, walking the wind from, the Ashen Capital. You know, the whole shebang. Like, the Morgoth intro is gonna probably be the most highly edited piece of Elden Ring content I'm gonna put out. Between Yeet's editing skills and my voice acting and sound design stuff, it's gonna be pretty great. And Yeet's so god no. Okay, so, another thing, really quick, any of you, like 20 people in the chat, if any of you can do it, if you would really like to help Yeet and myself out, if any of you can go to the Morgoth fight and turn off dialogue, could you see if that causes it just to be him walking with his footsteps in the wind? That would make it so much easier for us to make the Morgoth intro. Because if not, I'm gonna have to, like, isolate his voice and get rid of it. So if any of you could go, if any of you have Morgoth alive, and this is Morgoth, like his final form, when he, like, breaks apart his staff and makes the little, like, Damascus steel sword. Hold on, Tuna. You can't trust these things. Like, some of the ones out in the open area are really nice, but those are absolutely not. I will not put on the tumor hat. Music producer activity. I mean, I am making an album with my band called Anime Katana, so... I'm really good at sound design. I make my own lo-fi music sometimes. I've always been good at that. Just killed him recently. Shouldn't be that hard to speedrun the Morgott. Yeah, but that means I have to play Elden Ring, which I hate. But yeah, if any of you can, either speedrun to Morgott, just turn your dialogue off before you get into the boss fight, and see if you can see if it turns off his voice. Because all we just need him walking down to the big room with his footsteps and the ambiance. If it doesn't, I'll isolate his voice, get rid of it, and just hope that mine supplements it enough that's not weird sounding. And yeah, I want you to send it to me. You don't have to send it to me in like crazy high quality. You can send it to me in literally any quality as long as it has the audio. Shit's getting crazy. I forgot the fucking beast cutter doesn't stagger these idiots, so... How dare you strike Tuna? The Living Failures always seem like something that would be the subject of like a Metallica song or something. I saw fucking Yorick over there throwing some emotes out. Just styling on the Living Failures. Another thing, the Living Failures OST should not go as hard as it does. Don't do it, Tuna. Play it safe. Oh, don't tell me Tuna died. No! Oh man, right at the finish line. I was literally just about to one-shot the boss. I'm sorry, Tuna. I should have just run out and sacrificed myself and smacked one of them once. Damn. How much you paying? Not a dime. It's just, if you feel like it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. It's just if any of you have the spare time and want to like help out the channel somehow. I know it's crazy asking like someone to do something out of the good of their heart so I can make something for them, you know. I know that's fucking insane. Like, whoa. I need you just to grab audio of this one really specific thing. It's gonna be in the background with this other stuff and just like save us a little bit of time. Help us make something for a few thousand people. Might be fun. Just if you want to. How much you paying me? The greediness of man. Like, no one has to do it, there's no obligation. If you don't, I'll just isolate the audio myself and try and make do with it. It just make life a little easier on Skidman. I know that the world doesn't really like that. Typically, if things can, they make it harder on me if possible. But, you know. From Soft been reusing assets for a long time at this point. Yep. I just had way too much shit to do with me trying to build up my own channel. I wish I could drink rum and coke with you all night, Skid. I'm flattered, Liquid. Why is Elden Ring mid or trash, Avi? Cause it's easier, but I'm curious. That takes a lot of it. That takes a lot of explaining, and I think I've already talked about it like twice on the stream, so I just really don't feel like getting into why I don't think Elden Ring's very good. Ask me some other time when I'm not so tired, when I'm more fresh. Tuna said tragic. Maria, don't even mound. Why don't make the Morgan intro Clout BB? I mean, no one has gotta, like, help me with anything. If Yeet doesn't want to help me with the Morgan intro, fuck it. I won't do, like, a Morgan intro. I'll just go get the Damascus Blade, and it'll just be another fucking thick build. It's all for the fun of it. I don't do any of this for the money, and neither should any of you. There's absolutely nothing to be gained from doing any of this Souls contosh. You shouldn't be doing it to try and get YouTube famous or for money, and neither should I, because it's not going to happen. It's going to be viewed by maybe 3,000 to 5,000 people, then forgotten within a few days by all of those few thousand people. I will gain almost no money off of it. I'll probably get maybe 12 cents for all of our trouble, and that's about it. That's it. I mean, if no one wants to help me, that's fine. I'll do it on my own. I'll be the only one that wastes his time on it. I don't care. The help is greatly appreciated, and I really appreciate anyone that helps me make something better than something I could do all by myself, but I don't like when people fucking start getting high and mighty. I can't fucking stomach that. People get a little too big for their britches and forget that's just YouTube content. I grabbed the background audio of this fucking boss intro for you. I deserve at least $500. Are you able to just turn off dialogue? There should be a setting in the, like, From Soft games have always had an option for voice, so you should be able to turn that off, and that should take Morgoth's voice off. If it doesn't, you know, at least you tried. It's the Yakun. Thanks, Skid. These live streams are always cozy and cool to be a part of. No problem, Oni. Hopefully I'll teach you a little bit about Sea of Thieves one day. I'll be streaming it and I'll show you the ins and outs of sailing. Are you PvPing? What do you think? Got a speedrun hospital place. So am I supposed to turn off on the audio? Oh my god. Go to the Morgoth boss fight. Before you enter the boss room, go to your settings. Environment, it's either going to be called dialogue, voice, or something. Turn it off. Sound effects and music should still are fine. Just the voice. And hopefully that takes off Morgoth's foul, tarnished, thing. And then it'll just be the sound effects and the music, if there is any. That's all I need. Because I'm going to be doing a voiceover, and, like, I can't even remember what the lines are, but there's, like, this really big piece of dialogue that someone wrote in my general chat, my Discord server, that I thought was funny. Because originally we weren't going to do that. We were just going to, like, include his regular intro with the breadstick. Like, it's evolved. It went from just, like, a funny Morgoth video to Morgoth with a really high effort intro to the high effort intro with, like, me doing the voice work for this really dumb, like, fat version of his dialogue. It's just kind of evolved into this bigger thing. And then the rest of it's just going to be regular PvP, probably. If we do any Morgoth PvP, it could just be the intro. We'll see. Time to help Tuna run the hospital since they still need to do the living failures. I'll try to do it tomorrow if someone reminds me. It'd be an honor to learn from Captain Skid. Aye, Captain Mudbeard. Avast ye lubber. You're gonna be learning from one of the most foul pirates to ever sail the seas. You know. Avast, swashbuckle buckle. Let's see. Foul tarnished, in search of the onion ring, smouldering with thy wretched flame of ambition. Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Morgoth, the fool. I mean, yeah, it's, that's close. And you also spelled foul wrong, I think. Or maybe that's just like a straight copy-paste. But I'm gonna be reading, I'm gonna be doing a way better Morgoth. I'll be doing what I do for, like, all of my voices, like the Christopher Lee. You know, I'll listen to the actual Morgoth intro and copy his voice the way I do for, like, Twice the Pride, blah blah blah. You know. I've been looking forward to this, you know, that how I do, like, all of my other, like, Christopher Lee, I've heard enough I can get him pretty well off the cuff. You know. I'm gonna start punching my fucking desk. So you want just the visuals, no sound effects? I want... Okay, alright, retards. Alright, let's listen up. Alright, I'm gonna start dinging on the helmets here. The reason we need the cutscene is so that we can get just the sound effects. We don't need the visuals. You can send me a black screen. I only need the sound effects. I'm gonna start grabbing your helmets and bashing them together. I'm gonna steal your juice so you'll look at me. I just need the sound effects. So Morgoth's big meaty feet slapping the steps. His fucking staff hitting, I guess, you know, like the wind blowing, you know, the background sound effect. That's all I need. I don't need the visuals. I just need the audio. If no one can manage to grab it, or if, like, turning off the dialogue option in settings doesn't take away his voice, it's fine. I will just take his voice, I will isolate it and remove it from the track, and supplement it with my own stupid fat Morgoth thing. So. Foul tarnished. Yeah, there you go. That's what we need. I'm going to actually end the stream there. Like, as much as I would love to run Tuna through the next area, I have to go get some Grustmaster PvP for tomorrow's video. I'm also very tired. My voice is wearing very thin, so... yeah. Alright, fucking... I'm a band mound maker again. But only for the rest of this stream. On my way to Morgoth, Night Skids, East, oh my god. Morgoth's just a pseudonym Morgoth used to hide his identity. It's been fun. Yeah, that's it for this stream. I hope all of you have enjoyed it. Bloodborne Thursday is always fun. I know this one was a little bit shorter than what we typically do, but I've got some work to do. So, yeah. That's it for this stream. If any of you get the Morgoth fucking cutscene without the dialogue, let me know. And remember, it's the one in the Ashen Capital, the one where he busts out the Damascus steel blade. Not the early game one, but the late game Ashen Capital. Yeah. So if any of you get that, I appreciate it. If no one can, that's cool, that's fine, we'll make do. I hope all of you have enjoyed Bloodborne Thursday. And, yeah, that's it. See ya. The last version of Morgoth, that's all I know. Last version of Morgoth, the one you kill right at the Erd Tree. That's it. See ya. Bye-bye. Oh...